Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And if you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're just in the way. Right. See, today we're going to teach on the subject of women. Because right now, the world is using women against these strong men. When I say world, I mean the devil, the Edomites, the white man, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. See, they use the women, especially the 12 tribes of Israel. They use our women against us because they know as a man, we want our wives. But then they teach us wrong to the fact that we don't even know that we are married because they say you got to have a ring on your finger. You got to have a marriage certificate to be married. But according to the Bible, sex is marriage. So for all these brothers out here sleeping around with all different type of women, those are all your wives. That's right. Because you can have multiple wives. For all these women out here just spreading your legs to any man out here, just know you are being a whore. And every man that you sleep with, you are now committing adultery with. And that brother is committing adultery and he's gaining a wife. So let's start off by 1 Corinthians.
If I may, real quick.
No, sir.
You understand, all women have been destroyed here in this place because of their strength. So the so-called the so-called white woman has used our women's strength via the feminist movement. You understand what I'm saying? And that started, in the 70s and all that good stuff. They used the face of our sister. You understand what I'm saying? And it was just a tactic to get our men out of our household.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the black family was the strongest family and the wealthiest family. You understand what I'm saying? Before the civil rights movement.
Right.
So this is why they had to enact all these different things to weaken our households, man. You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So the feminist movement is what our women today are living off of. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, Al.
I'm gonna pull the scripture out. What you got? All right, let's go to the book of Matthew 10 and 34. Because right here, as the brother was saying, the feminist movement, our women have been destroyed because of the fact of people want to tell them that they can be independent. And most of them have turned their backs on their husbands. And right here, what we about to bring out shows you Matthew 10 and 34. Lets you know, and it's going to show you what the Edomites are trying to do. Because the Bible talks about this. It says that a man's foe will be those of his own household. And let's go ahead and bring that out, brother.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace,
right,
but a sword. Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father.
So that's a son against his father.
And the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter against her mother.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
All right, you read.
Verse 36. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
Say that again, brother.
And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
So most of these men that we have out here in this world is letting you know, especially for the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K and as righteous men, because it gets harder once you're a righteous man. When you're a worldly man, you get everything dang near that you want. You ain't got to worry about sinning. You ain't got to worry about nothing because you don't know nothing. But when you're a righteous man, that's when your rib is going to turn against you the hardest because you're that righteous man. You're no longer that man that used to go out there, rob, steal, and kill to get the bread, and she was just in love with you then.
That's right.
Nah, you turned your life around, and now you're that righteous man. So now she's turning her back on you, and she's going to become your foe, and she's going to turn the children against you because you are no longer that man that accepts wickedness in your household. You're going to check her every time she want to be wicked. You're going to check her every time she's not doing as you told her to do. So your foe goes from being the world to now being the people in your own household. See, this is why we got to get into this truth. This is why we got to get into the I.S.U.P.K, the home of the truth, where we learn how to deal with those situations and we learn how to change those situations for the betterment of our household and the betterment of ourselves. But the first thing we got to learn how to do is to accept and to know what is the ranking order in the household. Brother, go to 1 Corinthians 11:3 for me. Because we got to get understanding and shed light on what the order it is. Because right now, we got so many independent women that they feel like they above the men. They even put themselves above God. They say that the woman is God.
Right.
See, y'all, they out here in this whole feminist thing thinking that they run everything, and they don't understand who really runs everything. Brother, you got something to say?
If I may, like a woman in the world, she will bring up anything and make it seem like it's a problem. When a brother try to do something right or change life around or do something better,
Right.
you know, ought to be the head of the household.
Right.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
No sweat.
Salaki, if I may, give me Genesis chapter 3, verse 5. We're going to gain some understanding, man. We're going to truly see where the woman got this knowledge from, man.
No sweat, I'll read it.
You got it?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 5. For God does know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened.
Salakia. So this is Eve in the garden, man, when she ran across the most subtle creature in the garden,
right,
which is the serpent.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that serpent lied to Eve. You understand what I'm saying? And told her that the God of the Bible, after she already received instruction from her husband, right, not to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Right. So we know that this Bible is written in allegories, metaphors, and slang, man. Prophecies and slang. You understand what I'm saying? So the serpent is a man, because we all know that there aren't any walking, talking snakes till today. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that serpent is a man, you understand what I'm saying, who is a liar, who uses words, you understand what I'm saying, and smiles, you understand what I'm saying, to misguide you, mislead you. So Eve took upon not a fruit, but not necessarily just a fruit, but that's the metaphor for knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? Eve took upon a knowledge that the God of the Bible never commanded Adam to partake of. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where the woman, you understand what I'm saying, got that whole knowledge of how to, you know what? I'm going to keep reading now. That your eyes shall be open and what?
And ye shall be as God.
That's what they say now, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is the knowledge of where the Queen of Heaven has come from. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Where black women now want to be queens, want to be divas. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Well, all that word queen, diva, it just goes back to, it derives from the word of whoredom. Right. You understand what I'm saying? It derives from a woman wanting to go out of the natural order of being under her husband. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's the order that the Most High has established.
That's right.
So that's going to lead us straight into this.
No sweat. And with that being said, go ahead and read that 1 Corinthians 11:3.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is the Hamashiach.
So the head of every man is Christ.
And the head of every woman is the man.
See right there, that's where a lot of women that are independent has a problem with. The Bible says, and see, this is where I don't like the Christian church. The Christian church has put men to the backside so many times that women don't understand that the Bible even tells you rank and order in the household. It just said the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man.
That's right.
So where did we get this independent woman, don't need a man aspect from? We got that from the white man.
That's right.
We got that from the Christian church, who learns from the white man.
That's right.
Most of these pastors go to a seminary school where they're taught by white people.
Right.
My father included. My father was a pastor that went to a seminary school and got taught from a white man how to break down the Bible. And that's why he always wanted to break down the Bible to us. That was not the right way.
Right.
How can you learn from somebody who's your enemy how to break down a Bible that's talking about your culture?
That's right.
You can't. Brother, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, this society, how it's set up nowadays, is pushing women to be independent.
Right.
Women to be independent.
Right.
And even if they don't have a man or, a reliable source of income, they have a system to fall back on.
Right.
That's all I want to say.
Go ahead.
You got it? Okay. Most High Christ. You understand what I'm saying? And Salaki, if I may, I mean, that's a very strong point.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because if you allow the black woman to appear that she can be over her man, you understand what I'm saying? That the only man that she needs to listen to is the so-called white man. You understand what I'm saying? Then she will herself destroy her own household.
Right.
She will herself call the police on her black man. Right. She will herself then think as Serena Williams, it'd be better to lie with my enemy and put another devil and bring another devil into this earth. You understand what I'm saying? That possibly could possess the same abilities that she had. You understand what I'm saying? Because all he getting from his father's side is knowing how to rape, rob, and murder, man. You understand what I'm saying? And it's so sad because Serena Williams' father knows that the white man is the devil. He did all he could to protect his daughters. You understand what I'm saying? But they turn around and do the most disloyal thing, man. And mess with and marry the very people that I'm sure he taught them to hate. You understand what I'm saying? The very people he did all he could do to keep them from. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the spirit that is in the earth today, man. You understand what I'm saying? That our women are monsters, man, in these Christian churches. They're taught that they can be equal to their man. You understand what I'm saying? So within the Christian church, that's why you see the homosexuality there. Because the men are emasculated in that place. And then the women are raised up. That's why you see women cutting their hair and then saying, you know what, I'm gonna go to seminary school and I'm gonna have my own church. You know, that's the spirit of this place now. Get the mic.
I was going to say a good example of that is the latest episode or series of The Green Leaf.
Right. That's Sister Hand. You understand what I'm saying? The Green Leaf is where you have a sister whose father is a pastor. You understand what I'm saying? And she began to pastor. She thought she could be a pastor as well. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the spirit that we're dealing with here in this place, man. Go ahead.
So the spirit that the brother is saying that we're dealing with is women thinking that they're above their man. But they'll teach the 12 tribes that you don't need a man.
Right.
But I bet if you look at any other nation of the heathen nations, I bet every woman is submissive to her husband.
That's right.
Look at the Edomites. Every Edomite woman is submissive to her husband.
That's right.
They know for a fact that their husband has a mistress, maybe more than one mistress, but they still submissive to that man. They still under that man. Look at the Moabites. The Moabites, the woman feel like she can't do nothing without her husband.
Right.
If her husband say, For instance, the Korean and the Chinese. When you go in a nail salon, I bet there's a man in there.
Right, count the money.
I bet there's a man in there, and he's controlling all the money.
That's right.
He's controlling the whole business. He'll sit there, yeah, you know, the Moabite man, he don't care. He'll go do some nails. But at the same time, when there's money that needs to be counted, I bet he's the first one to go up there and go count that money.
That's right.
I bet if we got something to deal with our black sisters paying the money to them after getting their nails done, I bet he's at the register handling that.
Right.
So if anything go on, he gonna be the head man in charge about that. He's gonna be the first one to do something about it. So the Moabites know that the man is above them. The Edomites know that the man is above them. Why don't the 12 tribes of Israel know?
Right.
That's because these people are pitting us against each other so we won't get back in rulership where we belong.
That's right.
And now we got these women pastoring the Christian church. Or they even got the denominational churches that they're pastoring of. But see, the Bible speaks about that too, but don't nobody want to get into that. But here in the I.S.U.P.K, we're going to get into that and let you know that you are wrong for that.
That's right.
Go to 1 Corinthians 14 and 34. Let's go ahead and get into that. Talk about these women pastors.
That's right. It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 34. Let your woman keep silent in the churches.
So let your woman talk as loud as she want to be.
Let your woman keep silent in the churches.
Let your woman be a pastor in the church.
Let your woman keep silent in the churches.
Let your woman tell a man what he needs to do to be a better man.
Let your woman keep silent in the churches.
Keep reading.
For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
So in the church, this is the Bible we talking about. See, and then all of y'all want to go and say, oh, but that's just the Old Testament. No, what are we 1 Corinthians, right? Ain't that the New Testament? So in the New Testament that y'all say so much that the laws have changed, in the New Testament it says, let your woman keep silent in the church. So for all y'all Christians out there, for all y'all people that women is fighting, feminine movement and all that, it says in the New Testament, let your woman keep silent in the church. It's not permitted for her to speak.
That's right.
But what else does it say? Because there's something good in that ain't been brought out yet. What else does it say, bro?
Right. But they are commanded to be under obedience.
Oh, under obedience. Do any women in the world know what obedience is? Does any sisters in the room know what obedience is? What's obedience, sister?
You say being submissive, listening to your husband.
Being obedient is, first of all, knowing your place and knowing your role when it comes down to your husband and keeping the statute, laws, and commandments. You keep the statute, laws, and commandments to the Most High God, but then you also know that your husband is the ruler over your household, and whatever he says goes, and you shall do it. Right. Without argument, without sitting here saying, well, I don't feel like doing it today. I'm feeling like I'm just going to be, I'm gonna go against the grain today. No, when you being obedient, that means whatever he says goes. As long as that man is telling you something righteous, as long as he's not telling you to sit here and eat crab, shrimp, lobster, and pork, if he's not telling you to do anything that's going against the law, statutes, and commandments, you do as he says do.
Right. And Salaki, if I may, give me Genesis 3 and 16, man, because we're going to fully understand. We'll start at 15. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to truly understand, you understand what I'm saying, the place of the woman, man, and truly her curse, and truly show you how the woman is not God. Read.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
So the God of the Bible is saying he will place something between the man and the woman. You understand what I'm saying? That might cause dissension. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
And between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head.
Right.
And thou shalt bruise his heel.
Keep reading.
Verse 16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
I will make, it will be happy wife, happy life.
I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
Girl, let's just get married.
I will greatly multiply thy sorrow.
Keep reading.
And thy conception.
Uh-huh.
In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Uh-huh.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Nah, my man need to please me.
And their desire shall be to thy husband.
Uh-huh.
And he shall rule over thee.
He shall be even with me.
And he shall rule over thee.
And we shall talk about everything, but I'll have the final say so.
And he shall rule over thee.
This is the curse from the God of the Bible, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying, black woman? So when we fall, when our women, you understand what I'm saying, listen to Becky Sue, when our women listen to Peggy, when our women listen to these other nations, or the so-called white woman, you understand what I'm saying? We go against what the God of the Bible established us for us to do, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Your cursed black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American woman, is that your husband is supposed to rule over you, man. Right. And just like the officer brought out, man, every other nation of people understand that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You would never hear the Chinese woman or the Moabite woman say she don't need her man. No. You understand what I'm saying? You will never hear any you damn sure won't hear the Arab woman say she don't need her man.
They sell them at a young age.
Brother, the Arab woman will wear a garment that'll only show this much of her eyes, man. Right. You understand what I'm saying? She knows better than to talk crazy to her man. You understand what I'm saying? But here in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, you see what I'm saying? Under the Commander General YAHANNA, right, we don't abuse our women like those Arab men do. Right. We don't subject our women to raping. Right. You understand what I'm saying? We don't do those things, man. We handle our women righteously, man. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And all that we ask you or command you to do is just read the last part out.
And he shall rule over thee.
That's all we ask you to do.
Right.
Allow me to be the man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Take my counsel. Hold on real quick. Take my counsel. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to my voice. Because I'm following YAHWH. You understand what I'm saying? I'm taking orders from men above me, man. Right. And I don't argue with the men above me. I don't give them flack. I don't give them, all I say is con, I don't want con. You understand what I'm saying? So if the God in the Bible gave you a curse to where your desire should be for me, meaning there should be nothing else that you have in your heart or you see in your eyes, you understand what I'm saying? If it's not for me. You understand what I'm saying? There should be, your boss don't even outrule me. Right. Period, point blank. All women respect their bosses and their co-workers more than they do their own man. You understand what I'm saying? And so if we're going to get the hell out of hell, black woman, Hispanic woman, Native American woman, you're going to have to allow your husband, you're going to have to do what? Desire?
And they desire shall be to their husband, and he shall rule over thee.
This is the only way we're going to get the hell out of hell, black woman. Right. If you do that for your husband. If he's a righteous man in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man. What you got out?
Right.
Ain't no Hebrew Academy for sisters, right?
That's right.
This is wisdom that's going to protect our family.
That's right.
No slick thing getting into our family or be dangerous or poison to our family.
Right.
Right. And then black women, it's hard for them to wrap their mind around.
That's right. But see, well, brother, the thing that you missing in that whole thing, you brought it up.
but then you fell away from it. You said, like y'all both said, ain't no Hebrew Academy for women.
Right.
So you saying, but you ain't go to this key point right here. If somebody break into your house, who gonna get up and who gonna go check?
Get your mouth out.
The man gonna go check.
Right.
The woman ain't gonna go check if somebody just broke into the house. If y'all hear some windows crash, some glass crash,
Nigga, let him hear a bug.
right?
Let him see a bug.
If they see a roach, a fly, a spider, what the woman gonna do? Baby, come here. Come quick.
Right.
So you gonna want us to come kill the bug. You don't want us to put our body on the line, but you won't let us rule over you and tell you what's right and what's wrong.
Good night, bro.
So how's that go?
Right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, that was the next precept I was gonna pull.
Good night.
That Genesis 3 and 16,
Well,
that was the next. No, you too up.
No, you sure?
Because you broke it down just like how I would break it down.
Because
So that's why we have this problem that we have in the world right now. Because women feel like they ain't gotta listen to nobody. They ain't gotta listen. And
black man.
They don't have to listen to their husband.
Right.
Because if they had to listen to their husband, then they wouldn't be out here whoring themselves.
Right.
We wouldn't have so many women going to the B Live Lounge stripping. We wouldn't have so many women want to be strippers in the first place.
That's right.
The biggest number of strippers that we have is the black women. There's more black strippers than Edomites.
Right.
And that's the problem. Because our sisters feel like they gotta go hoard themselves to get that dollar because they don't want to listen to a man.
Right.
But it starts in the household. Because they didn't grow up with a man in the household because their mother was a wicked woman.
Right.
Big mama.
And that's why, see, and they got it from Big Mama.
That's right.
Big Mama started it all off for the whole culture.
That's
She
right.
doing it for the culture, as she says.
Right.
But really and truthfully, she doing it for her own well-being.
Nag Pawpaw to death.
She gonna nag Pawpaw to death, and then when Pawpaw died, see I just want to let you know there's something crazy going on right here.
Read.
Because what you just
Tell it,
said,
Doc.
when an old man dies,
Right.
the woman, the grandma, she'll live another 10 to 15 years.
20, 30.
And she good. Ain't nothing going on.
Right.
But let grandma die first. Pawpaw gonna die not too long after.
Right.
And that lets you know why. Because he loving with his whole heart. He following the commandments. He loves his rib. He making sure she protected. And when she die off, he like, well, you know what? I done gave all that I had to her. I done loved Shirley to the end of this world.
Right.
And now she done gone and left me. But let Pawpaw die first. Man, grandma gonna be around here. Well, he all and gone now.
Right.
Y'all grandbabies come see me when you can. Tell your mama and auntie, y'all don't need no man.
Right.
You see me, I'm sitting here doing it. I'm doing it. I've been here for 20 years. Your grandpa done went and died and gone. Go ahead, sis.
You had something, Oxalaki. You had something first out?
Like, I want to say, like, take it back to like when men, started leaving out the household, or getting subtracted out of the household, was when the drug epidemic hit.
Right.
When drugs was on the scene, then it was like, families started really breaking apart.
Right.
It started having a toll, especially when generations out. I mean, back then it was a shameful thing to be a drug addict. Now it's a popular thing to be a
Come
drug
on,
addict.
Doc.
And then it's like when the men are starting to get pulled out of the household, you know what I'm saying, or just off of different charges.
Right.
That's a thing. It's a trend to be an independent woman.
Right.
To, carry on the household.
That's right.
It's popular. It's showing strength.
That's
It's
right.
showing that we got something. We can do this. You know?
Black girl magic.
Right. Like black power in a different form of fashion.
What you got,
Go ahead,
sis?
sis.
That's a good point, on.
Earlier, you made a comment about the sisters using this power that they have.
Uh-huh.
And then you made a comment that black sisters are the ones who are in the strip clubs the most.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're the soul of the earth, we have the best bodies and we use it. And they're
Right.
using
Good
that
night.
power.
Right.
Good point, sis.
You right,
In
sis.
the wrong way, though.
In the wrong way. But you are completely right. Black girls, the 12 tribes of Israel are the salt of the earth.
Right.
So of course they're gonna have the better bodies.
And Salaki, if I may, real quick, the white man wants black women,
Right.
but socially he cannot take you around his people.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
The white man loves black women.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So just like the white women, if you was a Negro in the slave house and you didn't give Master White that rod, oh, you was gonna get hung that day.
Right.
She was gonna make sure you died. You understand what I'm saying? If you ran from that devil, something's gonna happen to you. They love us, but they hate us. You understand what I'm saying?
They love us for our attributes.
That's right. You said
Ecclesiastes 7:26. But see, the brother also brought out a good point. Most of the households started getting divided after the drug era increased, because most brothers went out to start selling drugs because they had to deal with a nagging woman.
right.
They had to deal with a woman that's sitting here not trying to do nothing for the household, but she got everything to say about the household. She hate the house, she hate the neighborhood that y'all live in. But what are you doing to help us get out this neighborhood? I know I'm going to work every day. Are you sitting here putting on a job? You sitting here making sure the kids are fed by the time I get home? You sitting here making sure the house is clean?
Right.
You got the most to say, but you got the least that you want to do.
Right.
And now we're dealing with the independent women that's saying that they don't need no man, but then they sit here and got 3 or 4 baby daddies.
Right.
You don't need no man. You can get money on your own, but the only way you get money on your own is because you working that 9 to 5. And after you work that 9 to 5, then you're around here working another 9 to 5. And the 9 to 5 I'm talking about is at nighttime, because you're either on the pole or walking the boulevard.
Right.
Because you done nagged the man out the house. You done called the police, so now the man locked up because you want to see him be a wicked woman to him. But see, in the Bible, it lets you know why most of the times Papa leaves and dies before Grandma leaves and dies. Go ahead, bring that scripture out for me.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
And I find more bitter than death the woman.
So, whoa. So in the Bible, it's saying, I find more bitter than death. So something that's worse than death is what?
The woman.
The woman.
The woman.
So I find more bitter than death, the woman. Why in the Bible does it say I find more bitter than death, the woman? Because a woman would nag her husband to the point that he don't even want to be here no more.
Right.
Lord, just please take me away from this nagging woman. God dang. I can't take her stuff, not another day.
Right.
Just take me up there with you, Lord. That's what most men deal with. They deal with a wicked, nagging woman to the point where they just like, well, you know what? Shit, I might as well be out on the streets. I might as well sell these drugs. Shit. If somebody shoot me and kill me, that's better than me going home to this nagging woman.
Right. It's Salaki, if I may, real quick.
Go ahead.
You understand what I'm saying? I gotta do what I gotta do so Shanika won't put me on child support.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
But she still ends up doing that.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? If I miss a payment or two, nigga, I'm going to jail.
Right.
There was one nigga online, on the video online, this brother, right? He said he was on the camera. And the brother's like, I'm dead. I was dead. That's why I couldn't make my child support payment.
Right.
They said, well, how are you here now? Well, I came back to life, but I died.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Got niggas making up all type of atrocities.
Right.
Blasphemy. You see what I'm saying? This is a vague child support, man.
I got one that's better than that. A brother sat here, and see, this is how you know how wicked women are. And that's why the Bible say, I find more bitter than death, a woman. A woman had this man on child support. Put this man on child support for kids that wasn't even his.
Good night, bro.
And this brother paid the child support and ended up having to go to court behind the fact that these kids wasn't even his. But he still paid the child support. The brother paid the child support so he didn't have to go to jail. But then the woman sat here and still make the man go to court behind it. That's wicked.
Right.
For the brother to not know if the kids are his or not, but he's still paying child support behind them.
Right.
That's wicked. I'd rather
Go ahead.
I'd rather sit here and be like, well, you know what? If these kids ain't mine, I ain't paying.
Right.
But that brother was a righteous brother. I ain't gonna lie, in my mind, he was a fool. Cause I ain't paying for no kids that ain't mine. If that ain't my woman and them ain't my kids, that ain't mine. That ain't my responsibility. But the brother was righteous. The brother sat here and paid the child support for the kids that wasn't his.
Right.
Just because the court system was gonna throw him in jail if he did.
Right. And Salaki, if I may, and that's what General Muhammad had brought out in one of his classes, man.
Right.
That brothers sign that paper, man.
Right.
When the child is born and or adopt children.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that, man.
Right.
Just take care of your child, man.
Right.
Just do what you need to do as a father. You understand what I'm saying? For your children.
Right.
What you got, Ike?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Brother,
That's a great
if you can hear what the brother just said, the brother said a bitter woman, especially when it comes down to these black women, will argue with a stoplight. They will argue with why did the light change from yellow to red so quickly? And that lets you know, brother, did you finish reading that?
No,
Go ahead, keep reading. I found more bitter than death, the woman.
Right.
And go ahead.
Whose heart is snares and nets,
And go ahead, keep reading.
and her hands are bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her.
All right, so right there, that's letting you know. I found more bitter than death the woman who wants to trap a man, and her hands are like bands. So back in the day, they say bands. Now we call them handcuffs.
Right.
So that means she's trying to cuff you up and tie you down, but she ain't trying to be righteous to you.
Mm-hmm.
She want to nag you to death.
Right.
She want to nag you to the point where you either submit to her or you die.
Right.
That's what we got going on in this world nowadays. Women even want to, you either going to submit to the woman or you might as well go ahead and kill yourself, because you're not going to get no peace from the woman if you're not doing what she says do. And that's backwards.
Right.
Salakia, if I say this, but that's ass backwards, as my people would say in Salakia. But ain't no way that I'm a brother in the truth that knows the ranking order that we just went over in 1 Corinthians 11:3. Don't sit here and allow a woman to run my household. I run my household. Because first of all, you don't want to deal with the Most High.
Right.
You don't want to deal with Christ.
Right.
You don't want to be the third in command when it comes down to that ranking order.
That's right.
Because if that's the case, anytime that something's wrong or a wrong decision is made, you're gonna be the one accountable for it.
Right.
And that's one thing that they don't never want to do. They don't never want to take accountability for themselves.
Good night.
So I find more bitter than death a woman that just want to trap a man,
right,
and nag him to death.
Right.
And the man that's in the army of the Lord, the I.S.U.P.K, because that's the true army of the Lord. Anywhere else, they not part of us. That's we right. Don't affiliate with no other Hebrew Israelite groups.
Ooh, good night. And Salaki, if I may, man.
Go ahead.
The IUIC.
Oh, you were about to bring out what I was about to say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Has got one of our sisters lost and murdered, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
that's a big scandal that's out right now.
Right. Because, and what's so crazy, man, is like these rogue Israelite groups, man, they are showing you how right the commanding general YAHANNA was to say, you know what? I'm going to hold on to this UPK One West teachings that I received that changed my life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to rebuild this nation. And I'm going to have men, and I'm going to raise up men who are going to be mighty men of value for the Lord, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That type of stuff does not happen in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man.
Right.
We are in the one body of Christ, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That false prophet, man, in the IUIC, man, he married that sister to a damn heathen, man. You understand what I'm saying? He is bringing out heresies, man. Heresies are things that are not taught. You understand what I'm saying? It's no way in hell it's taught that the 12 tribes are Ugandans, man. Are Hamites from Ghana, man. You understand what I'm saying? He goes and he calls them, those Africans, those Hamites, Israelites, man. And then he allows them to come and marry. He allows them to marry real Judites, man. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens? A sister comes up missing and dead, man. You understand what I'm saying? That stuff happens outside of the one body of Christ, outside of the hedge of protection, outside of the refuge, man. You understand what I'm saying? Here in the I.S.U.P.K, man, we are the hidden ones of the God of the Bible, man. He tucks us away, man. You understand what I'm saying? He protects every man without incident across the nation every Saturday, man, during camp, man. When we go out and say that the white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand what I'm saying? When we go out and we tell blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they're the one true children, chosen children of the God of the Bible, man. You understand what I'm saying? We do not change the truth of this Bible, man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? We teach the unadulterated truth, man. So when it comes to that, and it comes to other Israelite groups that are not in the truth, just like John the Baptist, you lose your head, man. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, we pray for that sister, man. You know what I'm saying? We pray for that sister and her family for the loss of that sister, man. But this is why the I.S.U.P.K under the command of General YAHANNA, we do not affiliate with any other Israelite group, man.
That's right. Go ahead now. Brother, oh, you swore, brother, because I was gonna bring that out.
Damn right.
Because in the I.S.U.P.K, like the brother just said, man, you ain't gotta worry about that.
Right.
You ain't gonna see no scandals coming out of the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
They done had in the IUIC, they done had the Blue Waffle.
Right.
They done had other scandals where they calling out sisters.
Right.
Now we got this big old scandal about them killing the sister.
No.
That's crazy. But that's not something that you'll see coming out of I.S.U.P.K. because we are the one body. We are the true army of the Most High God.
That's right.
And that's why we say if you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, man, you just in the way.
That's right.
Because there can only be one West.
Scattering the sheep, man. Scatter the sheep. You understand what I'm saying? You scatter the sheep, man. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the God of the Bible tells us to mark those, man.
Right.
Mark those false prophets, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And we tired of it, man. I know I'm tired of it, man.
That's right.
We got to stop this, man. We got to stop. You understand what I'm saying? And the Commander General YAHANNA ordered all those road groups to come back, man. And stand before the Commander General YAHANNA, man. The one true prophet of the God of the Bible, man. You understand what I'm saying? He's the only leader in this earth that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob communes with, man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, sis.
I was just going to touch back on earlier when we were talking about the women of the world, and it was just making me think that, you know, talking about them being evil, not only do they nag and, you know, get at their husband, but whenever I think about the broken household and I think about homosexuality,
Right.
like at the end of the day, it's like they teach their sons to not want to be with a woman.
Good
Because
night.
they see her and they see how she treats their father.
Right.
So at the end of the day, he just feels like, hey, I don't even want to be with a woman.
Right.
And for a daughter, you know what I'm saying? That's where it starts out that whole thing. I don't need a man is because she has now told her daughter that a man is not needed.
Good night. That's a great point.
That is a great point, sis. But you know, they also have a problem of this. Most of these black women, they sit here and they'll have a black husband, but then get him locked up. And then they go into the fact of, well, you know, I done tried it with a black man. A black man, he crazy. So then he go to a white man. And then they have young children. Now we have these Edomites, 2 gay Edomites are adopting black children.
Right.
Black boys to be exact.
Right.
So what you think that they teaching them? Homosexuality. That's why that's the biggest case of that we got right now is homosexuality. Everybody out here don't want to be straight. They want to walk around the fence and go ahead and be a homosexual.
Right.
But here in the I.S.U.P.K, you ain't got to deal with no homosexuality. Because every man in here, we disciplined. We are hardcore.
Right.
We ain't dealing with no homosexuality in the I.S.U.P.K. If you trying to come in here and you a homosexual, you are going to be checked.
Right.
You are going to be turned before you ever think about sitting here and talking about you one West till they bury you.
That's right.
Because ain't nobody in the I.S.U.P.K a homosexual.
That's right.
And that, go ahead, brother. Go ahead and say what you.
What the white man is doing with his you know, what he set up.
Right.
The trap that he set up for black men, what he set up to empower black women.
Right.
You know, he's raising femininity.
Right.
And lowering masculinity.
Right.
That's right.
He's honoring femininity. It's like you can get a job if you're homosexual, you act like a female. You full of estrogen. You know,
Right.
you full of femininity. You know, if you
Right.
act like a woman, you know, if he's not threatened by it.
Right.
You know, but if you masculine, if you come in there big, you braided up, you know, and you put bass in your voice,
Right.
then you're a threat to him. You know,
Intimidated.
he's afraid of you.
That's
They
right.
are naturally scared of us. What the brother brought out was heavy.
That's right.
The white man does try to take the masculinity out of us black men and bring the homosexuality into the black man. The black man is naturally strong. The
Right.
black man is naturally just he's a lion in the jungle. He's a lion naturally. If you're part of the 12 tribe, you are naturally a lion.
Right.
And the white man, he's naturally the prey.
Right.
So what do they need to do? They need to make the lions the prey now. That's why they want us to be homosexuals. They
Right.
don't want us to be strong men. That's why they say that we need to cut our hair. We need to get edge ups. We need to be, as they say, business savvy.
Right.
We need to be business appropriate. I done missed out on a couple jobs because they say I'm too rugged. Because of how I look, because of how I present myself as a man.
Right.
I'm a man in the I.S.U.P.K. I ain't finna come up in there being homosexual.
Trim my way.
I'm not finna cut off nothing just to get a job.
That's right.
And most black women out here would be like, brother, you crazy. So you saying that you won't trim your face just to get a job? Why do I gotta lower my standards and go against the word of the Most High God just to get a job?
Right.
There's plenty of jobs out here that's hiring that would let me keep what I believe in.
My coach.
That's my culture. Great example, brother. That's my culture.
Right.
The Islam, they don't have to. The only thing they gotta say is it's my culture.
Right.
And people just go along with it. Oh, that's his culture. So let him have it. Let him have his beard. Let him sit here and have his head wrap up if you want to have his head wrapped up.
Good night. And Salaki, if I may. They even allow them Arabs in the army, man, in the military.
I wouldn't.
In the white man's military, they even make them a turban
I wouldn't
for
let
the
them,
uniform.
Salaki, I wouldn't let them Allah Akbar nowhere in the U.S. Army.
Right. What you got, sis?
We learned from our last class what we talked about that
Right.
shaving
Turn on
her
the
head. The man shaving his head and cutting his beard.
Right.
That's the white man wanting him to be as a boy.
Right. Because that's what the white man
Trying
does.
to cry. Get his sister here.
That's exactly what the white man does. The white man will shave his face so he looks young.
Right.
So he can go up there and talk to a young boy and get the young boy into his bedroom.
Right.
That's the problem that we have right now. But see, we're going to get back on the subject and the topic of the fact that we find more bitter than death, the black woman, or the woman, period, point blank, that's in the 12 tribes. Because, well, Salakia, women, period, especially of the heathen nations, and especially of the heathens, period. And when I say heathens, I'm talking about these worldly women. If they're in the 12 tribes or not in the 12 tribes. Because we got brothers out here thinking that it's okay. Just because they say that we're African Americans, now it's okay for us to date Africans, which are Hamites. They're not black, they're Hamites. And I find more bitter than death the woman that want to trap you, that want to have you in snares and chains and lock you down. But see, there's something else that the Bible says, but they want to take it out the Bible.
Right.
They wanted to take it out the Bible. So we got to go to the Apocrypha to find out further what they say about a woman that's wicked. We ain't talking about a righteous woman because there's a difference between a virtuous woman and a wicked woman.
That's right.
Right now, we're going to talk about the wicked woman because the wicked woman is the reason why we can't succeed in life right now because we got too many wicked women and we ain't got enough righteous women. Brother, go to Ecclesiasticus 25 and 13.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart.
Say, give me any plague. Any plague. That's what they say. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart. Go ahead and keep reading.
And any wickedness. But the wickedness of a woman.
Right there. So again, it's letting you know, give me any plague but the plague of the heart. And give me any wickedness. So I'd rather go through anything but the wickedness of who?
Of the wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman.
See, that's something strong right there that in the Bible, in more than one place, is saying something about a wicked woman.
Right.
It's saying, give me a plague, but not the plague of the heart. Give me wickedness, but not the wickedness of a woman. So that lets you know that I find more bitter than death, the woman.
Right.
Because a woman can be so wicked to a man. Because as men, we are trained up to protect the woman.
That's right.
We are trained up to be a man to that woman.
That's right.
We are trained up to make sure, oh, if anything come down, man, I put my body and my life on the line for my woman.
That's
for my wife.
That's.
Go ahead, brother.
That scripture is so heavy because, like, the woman should control you up, seduce you up, work on your emotions,
Right,
and to involve you back in her life.
right,
She can say anything to make you, you know, well, if you're a weak man,
right.
if you're a weak man, she'll bring you back into, you know what I'm saying, the same situation you was just into, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that scripture is very heavy.
It's very heavy, brother, because a wicked woman, she could be so wicked and charm you into putting your life on the line for something that she done created.
Good night, bro.
For instance, I could just take how women cheat. Women will grab another dude, they'll go to the club out there with whorish women. They'll go out there with their girls, go to a club, dance on a man, get a man for the night and take him home, knowing that they have a husband, knowing that they have a boyfriend. And then so you walk up in your household and you see this woman cheating on you with another man. Your first instinct is to go towards that man. Your first instinct is, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga. Salakia. But that's what they say. That's the first instinct. I'm gonna kill that nigga. If you in the world, you're gonna be like, nah, hell nah. Ain't no way this nigga over here getting on my girl. Nah. But see, that's the mindset of a wicked woman. A wicked woman would sit here and make you dang near catch a case behind them. They dealing with a problem that they created. They done slapped the hell out this dude in his face and then gonna go tell you that he done called her a bitch, Salakia. So now you want to be the man for your woman and you want to go ahead and charge this nigga up. When this is your brother. And your woman is the woman that started all this, but she's not gonna tell you that she started it.
Right.
So the scripture is very heavy. But the reason why it's so heavy is because it says it right there. A wicked woman. That's why I say it's a difference between a virtuous woman and a wicked woman. Because a virtuous woman, she knows her place.
Right.
A virtuous woman wouldn't go out and do those things.
Right.
A lot of women say that they read the Bible, but they don't read the Bible.
That's right.
They sit here and listen to pastor. And pastor used to be the biggest pimp out there alive.
Right. Good night, brother.
Pastor used to be pimp too smooth.
Right.
So he went from pimp too smooth to pimp too smooth in the church. And now he Pastor Robinson, where he getting y'all tithes and offering, talking about it'll be a curse with a curse if ye rob thee. But he's sitting here robbing you out of your money. He driving around in the Benz and the Cadillac and got an airplane, but y'all sitting here trying to figure out how rent finna be paid. Right. Brother, drop down and go to 16 for me, because we gotta speak on these wicked women some more.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 16. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon.
So I'd rather dwell in a lion's den or with a dragon than to do what?
Than to keep house with a wicked woman.
So it's saying in the Bible, in the Apocrypha, that I'd rather dwell with lions and a dragon than to deal with a wicked woman. That's letting you know right there the power of a wicked woman who is raised up by the white man.
Right.
Because this is where these wicked women come from.
Right.
The wicked women come from the white man, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Because the wicked woman learns from them.
Right.
Who learned from Big Mama.
Right.
Who learned from her mama.
Right.
Who learned from getting raped and robbed by the white man when they was on the plantation. But instead of breaking the cycle, they want to keep the cycle going.
Right.
Man, they done seen master rape their mama, so now they all around here talking about all niggas ain't shit.
Right.
It's like you. But really and truthfully, if you sitting here and you done seen what they did to us on the plantation, why wouldn't you tell your family that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of?
That's right.
The white man done raped, robbed, and murdered us so much, but y'all want to learn from them.
Right.
Y'all want to be friends with them.
Right.
Y'all want to be concubines. Y'all want to just sit here and think that everything tawab with them. And for those that don't know what tawab means, get into the I.S.U.P.K where you learn your natural language.
That's right.
Tawab means good. So they thinking everything all good, but it's not. So I'd rather dwell in a lion's den and with dragons than to deal with a wicked woman.
That's right.
Brother, keep reading. Read all the way down to 18 for me.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 25, verse 17. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth.
All right, keep going.
Verse 18. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly.
So right there, what that's just saying through 7 and 18 is a wicked woman changes her face. She'll go from a happy woman to all of a sudden she ready to go. So I'm ready to go. She done changed her face on you. She done darkened her countenance like sackcloth. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. I don't care what y'all talk about. I'm ready to go. Oh, why is she looking at me like that? See, these your friends. These ain't my friends. I ain't trying to be around. And a man just gonna be like, oh, man.
Right.
They gonna be like, boy, your girl tripping again.
Right.
Man, bro, I know, bro. I can't bring her nowhere, man.
Right.
Oh, all right, man. I'll see y'all boys later, man.
Right.
That's what a wicked woman would do. Instead of allowing you to have time with your boys, instead of letting you have time with your family, once she ready to go, all hell finna break loose.
Right.
Because she ready to go. That mighty morphin 12-headed dragon gonna come about. She morphing time on you. Now it's time for y'all to go. And a brother just gonna be like, well, you know what, man, let's go, bro. I ain't got time to deal with this. Because you embarrassed behind this wicked woman.
Right.
But see, in I.S.U.P.K, we know how to make wicked women righteous. Because you gotta kill the old you and become a new creature when you come in this I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
That's why we got the 6 months rule. Before you can even get your name, you gotta do 6 months. You gotta shed yourself of the world before you can come talk to any brother in the I.S.U.P.K. Because you gotta let that worldly demon that you have, that wickedness that you've learned all your life, go before you can do anything else. See, brother.
And Salaki, if I may.
All right, go ahead.
Like, what's so important is that what needs to be understood, man, is that the real priests and prophets, the rulers of this place, when Yahweh returns, man, you understand what I'm saying? There will be a ruling class of people. You understand? So, and amongst that ruling class, there will be officers, there will be men, there will be righteous judges and rulers over those lands amongst the ruling class. And in that ruling class, amongst the people that's over the ruling class, will be the men in the Israelite school of universal and practical knowledge. Man.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
Where we will be the gods of this earth, man. So, and if you go back into our scriptures, man, in the book of Numbers and Leviticus, and understand how the priests are supposed to be adorned, of how the priests are supposed to operate. The priests weren't allowed to deal with women that were touched by another man. You understand what I'm saying? So when a sister comes into the school, your 6 months is needed for you to shed everything of this earth from you. You come to class, you watch class every day. You understand what I'm saying? Every school that is on the map here in the I.S.U.P.K. has a school in that city, or has a way where you can be taught class every day, man. Shed yourself of making it to where it'll be better for your man to dwell in the place of a lion or with the dragon, man. Right. Shed yourself of being an independent woman, sister. You see what I'm saying? Shed yourself of being nothing but the peace for your man. You understand what I'm saying? Get into the school. Get you a real priest and prophet of the Lord that will rule this place when our King returns, man. That's right. And brothers, we need to make this more of a point when we're dealing with these sisters, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is why Jeremiah Hyman in his class said, do not attach whores to this body. Right. That whore then becomes General Muhammad's responsibility, man. You understand what I'm saying? If you be a righteous man, you bring a sister into this truth, leave her alone, man. Don't touch her. Don't make her your real, man. Have her come in here and learn this truth, shed herself with this earth, man. You understand what I'm saying? Have her understand her nationality. Have her understand who the enemies of her people are, man. Have her gain trust and love in the Most High God of this Bible, man. You see what I'm saying? Live up to this protocol, man. You understand what I'm saying? Keep your rod in your pants, man. You understand what I'm saying? And then when that sister, even if that sister don't choose you, just know that she's in this school and she chooses another real nigga, man. You understand what I'm saying? And she will be all right, man. Know that she is General Muhammad's daughter, Salaki, Commander Junior Yohanna's daughter, man. You understand what I'm saying? And then you know to treat her righteously. That's it.
Well said, brother. Go to 1 Timothy 2:11. No, sir. Because he broke that down. He broke it down. Salaki. He just said all that. I can't go back and reiterate what he said because he said exactly what needed to be said when it comes down to that. Right. You bring wicked women in and then you don't touch them for 6 months so they can shed themselves of the world. Because Most of these women are taught in the church that they don't need a man.
Right.
That they are the true treasure of the Most High.
Right.
And they don't know the Bible.
Right.
When you go to church, bro, you don't hear that much of the Bible.
Right.
You got about a 30, 45 minute, maybe an hour worth of songs.
Right.
Then you got one scripture, one chapter that's brought out. You probably get 3 scriptures out of that chapter that was brought out. Then the pastor lets you know about his life.
Right.
That's what you get out of church. Go ahead, bro. But see, the thing about it is, brother, what you just brought out was heavy.
Right.
Most of the pastors do bring out gangs and stuff. But you want to know why they bring them out? Because most of the pastors used to be in the gang.
Right. Good night.
Like I said, most of the pastors used to be pimps. They used to be in gangs. I remember when I was a young boy, I used to go to church. That's how they all say. I remember when I was young.
Right.
You know, back in my day, we used to do this and that. And then they go from telling a woman that she don't need a man to, and Jesus, let me know that everything gonna be all right. If you would just go back to the cross and you would bow down to the cross. No, bro. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we ain't gotta sit here and do all that.
That's right.
Because we bring out precept upon precept.
That's right.
Here a little, there a little.
That's right.
You ain't gonna just get a couple scriptures from us. We gonna sit here and let you know right here, right now, what you need to do.
Right.
So we don't win over wicked women for a good amount of time. So let's go back to the women that's in the church. The thing that they can
let the woman learn in silence.
So let the woman learn while she talking and blabbing loud.
Let the woman learn in silence.
Let the woman teach.
Let the woman learn in silence.
Go ahead, keep reading.
With all subjection.
Uh-huh.
Verse 12. But I suffered not a woman to teach.
So right there, that's letting you know, for all these women that's in the Christian church that want to be pastors, all these women that's in a non-denominational church, which is still the Christian church, that want to be pastors. The Bible says what in verse 12?
Verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach.
I suffer not a woman to teach. So for all you women that's out there, that's feminists, that feel like you can run your own church, the Bible, if you trust what the Bible say to be just and true, you would know that the Bible said that it don't suffer you to teach.
That's right.
You're not supposed to teach.
That's right.
You are supposed to learn with all subjection.
Right.
Oh, Salakia. Learn in silence.
Right.
With all subjection.
Right.
And keep reading, because it goes on to say something else that's more heavy.
Nor to usurp authority over the man.
So it's saying that they don't subject you to teach. You're not supposed to teach. Nor assert your authority on a man. So if y'all believe in the Bible, then why are y'all sitting here going to a church that a woman pastor is the head of? If y'all believe in what the Bible to say, then why are you sitting here allowing your woman to be God?
Right.
If you listen to what the Bible say, then why is the woman the head and the man the ass? Go ahead, sister.
As a justification, I brought out this point with somebody about, believing the scripture, but turning around and taking all of this advice, so-called counsel from a woman. And I was told that, it's just a name. Whenever she talked about, it's prophetess, whatever the name is, it's just a name. But us knowing how pure the word prophet is, according to scriptures, to say that it's just a name, that's blasphemy in itself.
That's right.
And what the sister brought out was heavy. I ain't gonna lie, sister. But see, my thing is, if somebody would have told me that, I would be like, if it's just a name, then why do you get so mad when I tell you that you need to be quiet?
Right.
That you're not permitted to teach. If it's just a name, then you wouldn't have a problem with a man asserting his authority on you.
Right.
Because that's his job.
Right.
See, most of these women out here say that it's just a name, just so people won't say nothing bad about it.
Right.
So they won't just say, nah, baby, that ain't what you're supposed to do. No, they just say it's just a name, so people out here just letting it slide.
Right.
No, it ain't no letting it slide in the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
If you're a woman, you are not permitted to teach.
That's right.
You are here to learn in silence and with all subjection, and that you are not permitted to teach nor assert your authority on a man.
That's right.
And sister, later on, we're gonna get into that counsel because a lot of women, y'all need to watch out who y'all get counsel from.
Right.
We're gonna get into that. But brother, before we get into that, we done talked about a wicked woman for almost 30 minutes to an hour.
Right.
Let's go ahead and get to this virtuous woman. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 1. Let's get on a virtuous woman, a righteous woman, because we done talked about the heathen woman. Now let's talk about the sisters that's in the truth. The Commander General YAHANNA's daughters.
Right.
Let's talk about them for a moment, so people know how they are supposed to be, especially if you're a woman that's part of the 12 tribes.
That's right.
This is how you're supposed to be.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha,
Right.
chapter 26, verse 1.
Right.
Blessed is the man that has a virtuous wife, for the number of her days shall be double.
So for the number of
his days shall be double.
So when you have a virtuous woman, the numbers of your days will be double.
Right.
Because you ain't gotta sit here, you ain't sitting here having headaches every day. Oh man, I don't even want to go home, man. I just worked this 12-hour shift. I know once I get home, she gonna be bugging me about this and that. When you dealing with a virtuous woman, you ain't gotta worry about that.
That's right.
Because she knows that you are doing the work. If you're not doing the work of the Most High, you are making sure that you are providing for that household.
That's right.
So instead of her nagging you, you come home, man, you got food done, you got the house clean, smell like pine sol and bleach. You got food right there waiting on you. That's some good seasoned food.
Right.
See, when you ain't got to worry about an Edomite or a Moabite, you know that you got some seasoned food.
That's right.
They think that they season in the salt and pepper. That's all they want to put on everything, salt and pepper. But a virtuous woman, she gonna make sure that your bath water ran. You gonna get a massage. You just came in the house, your house clean, bath water ran. You get out the bath, she waiting on you, hand and foot. She got a plate right there. Oh, here you go, my lord. Here you go, Ottawa.
Right.
That's why your days are going to be doubled.
Right.
Because instead of going home to a stressful house, you're going home to bliss. You're going home to peace. Keep reading.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Right, like I said, she rejoices her husband. A virtuous woman is happy that you home. Right. You don't work the 12-hour shift. You like, shoot, man, you know, I don't work the 12-hour shift, baby. You know, I'm tired, I'm sore. Man, I just want something to eat. You walk through the door, she got all that done for you. So you like, okay, let me see what baby else got, what she got for me. You go up in there, she got food, bath water, all that. Ottawa, I'm glad you home. She rejoices the fact that you are being the man that you are told to be. Right. And you are living your life in peace because you sitting here ain't got to deal with a wicked woman. You ain't dealing with nobody nagging because you've been gone all day. She's sitting here happy that you home because you could have been somewhere else. Keep on reading, brother.
All right. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 3.
Right.
A good wife is a good portion.
Right. Keep reading.
Which shall be given to the portion of them that fear the Lord.
See, a wife is a good portion. A virtuous woman, a good wife, is a good portion that is given to a righteous man that fears the Lord. A man that follows the statute, laws, and commandments doesn't deserve no wicked woman.
Right.
Because he's not a heathen. He's not sitting out here thinking that the world is what he needs to live by.
Right.
He's sitting here doing the work of the Most High God.
Right.
So he gets a good wife because that's a good portion of him because of the fact that he fears the Lord.
That's right.
That's why in I.S.U.P.K, we ain't got to deal with wicked women. Now, I'm not gonna say that you ain't gonna have no troubles in your household if you're in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because the devil and the demons want to mess up your household.
That's right.
Because we are in the one body, we are in the truth.
That's right.
And they don't want to see us succeed and make it, because they're trying to stop us. But in Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 3, it says that a good woman is a good portion.
Right.
That is given to a man that fears the Lord.
That's right.
And I'm paraphrasing. But that is letting you know that when you fear the Most High God and you're doing the statute, laws, and commandments, you're gonna find you a good woman. You're gonna have that good woman, and she's gonna be that good portion of you and give you that peace. Go ahead, brother.
Like you won't have to find it. The Lord gonna give it to you.
Right.
It's gonna be in your lap.
Right. He gonna drop it down there, alley-oop it to you. Just be like, oh, here you go.
Let me read this last one.
Go ahead.
The verse, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 4. Whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord,
Right.
he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So at all times, man, if a man loveth the God of the Bible, man, and keep his laws, statutes, and judgments, the God of the Bible will keep his heart cheerful, man.
Right.
And his countenance high, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But a part of that, man, he will be given a good wife, man.
Right.
A good portion, man. A sister that knows when to shut her mouth. A sister that knows how to con out of one con. A
Right.
sister that considers her husband first. A sister that makes her desire her husband.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This Bible is the same story reverberated through whatever 1,000 years, from whatever present time to the future, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So don't let your woman, or don't let any heathen woman say, oh, that's the Bible days. Oh, that's old. Woman, you still living in the Bible days.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying, black woman? Stop allowing the so-called white man to deceive you here in this place, man.
That's right.
You are under these curses. You understand what I'm saying? If you still have to labor, if you understand what I'm saying? If your sorrow is heavy, you understand what I'm saying? That these curses still apply to you, black woman.
Right. That's right.
You listen to this white woman and try to live her life, you're going to be at odds, and you're going to be without your man in your household. You understand what I'm saying? Get into this Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, black people, man.
Right.
The tutelage and the knowledge that's provided and the counseling here by under the Commander General YAHANNA, man, will change your life, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'll put my soul on the line for it, man.
Right.
Period, point blank.
Right.
The truth of the Bible is only found here in the I.S.U.P.K, man.
Right. That's right.
What you got?
So, brother, drop down to 14, because you said something, and it was so heavy that I gotta bring it out again. He said that your wife would know when to be quiet.
Right.
See, most women nowadays, these independent women don't know when to be quiet.
Right.
They don't know when they say shut up. Well, what does the Bible say about it? Because every time people want to get mad about the fact that we tell our women to be quiet.
Right.
Be quiet. Shut up. Shema. Shema, watch the quiet.
Right.
Be quiet and listen. They get mad when we say that.
Right.
What does the Bible say about that? Let's go to Ecclesiastes 26 and 14. It says what?
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
So a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. But a woman can say whatever she want to say.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
A woman that sit here and tell you, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I'm just as equal as you. What does the Bible say?
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
See, women, this is something that it's something hard for y'all to understand. When you are that silent and loving woman, you show that you a gift from the Lord.
That's right.
When you sit here and con out of one con, sir, when you sit here and if I tell you to do anything and it's not going against the law, statutes, and commandments, and you do it, that is a gift from God.
Right.
Because you're showing that you love the Most High God because you are following the statute, laws, and commandments.
That's right.
Or the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Hey, how foolish does it look for a man to be going back and forth with his woman?
Right.
You know, somebody he's giving authority over, you know, and she's venting and he's trying to get a point made. You know what I'm saying? It's like talking to a wall.
Right.
You know, just talking to your hand.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
Well, Salaki, if I may, man, General Muhammad gave me some righteous counsel. He said, brother, are you over your rib? Do you assert authority over your rib, or does your rib assert authority over you? Are you higher ranking than your rib? This is when I first became a brother in the truth, and I was still worldly, and I didn't understand what all this meant. So I would argue back and forth with my worldly girl. Now in the truth, I ain't gotta sit here and argue with you. I don't con out of one con you.
Right.
You con out of one con me.
That's right.
And make sure you put the sir at the end of it.
Right.
It's con out of one con sir. You ain't gotta sit here if you're a brother in this truth or you're a brother out here in this world, man. You ain't gotta sit here and argue with your rib, but you gotta make sure that you're a righteous brother first. Because only righteous brothers know how to deal with their ribs. You got to get into this I.S.U.P.K. where you are under the commanding General YAHANNA, where you can get righteous counsel from General Muhammad and all the captains. You gotta have that so you can have that silent and loving woman. Because a silent and loving woman knows first of all, if you're a sister in this truth, you know that your husband ain't got to argue with you. You know, as soon as he say do something, it's con on one con, sir. And how do you want it done?
Right.
It ain't no arguments. Is that it on that, brother? Verse 14. Is that it on that? Go ahead.
And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed.
So it's a mind well instructed. So she knows her place. She's a silent and loving woman, and she knows her place. Ain't nothing much better than that. Than to have a woman that is righteous, virtuous, that knows her place, knows that she's a con out of one con woman, knows that she is doing whatever her out of one tells her to do as long as it is righteous and following the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God has set upon us. Brother, go to Proverbs 31 and 10.
Hey, let's read this verse. Let me read verse 15.
Go ahead.
No sweat. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 15. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her content mind cannot be valued. Black woman, when you are shamefaced meaning you cover your face, man. You understand what I'm saying? You understand that the things that you've been through in your life, you understand what I'm saying? And having a righteous man there in your life that covers that shame, you understand what I'm saying? You understand that. You understand the shame of you living wickedly. You understand what I'm saying? And a faithful woman, you see what I'm saying? A faithful woman is, you know what? If my man don't tell me to do it, if my man don't say it, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not finna do it. You understand what I'm saying? and her contentment mind. You see what I'm saying? Whatever the place that my husband says we need to be in, I'm good with it. That's content.
Right.
You understand? It can't be valued, man.
It can't.
You understand what I'm saying? You are worth more than rubies.
Oh, and that goes perfectly into what we about to go into.
Right. That's why I read it.
Go to Proverbs 31 and 10.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because what he said is, like, women, this is what y'all need to understand. We're not just gonna bash y'all all night. We're gonna let you know. We're gonna break you down first and then build you up. We gotta break you down to build you up. We don't win over a wicked woman. But the Bible's also letting you know that a righteous woman, when you are shamefaced, like, you are more valuable than anything because you know your place. You keep silent. You're a virtuous woman to your husband. You are worth more, as he said, more than rubies.
Right.
And if you think I'm lying, don't swear. And if you think I'm lying, we can prove it in the Bible. Go ahead. What you got, Art?
And like being shamefaced for a woman is like seeing homosexuals from the room. It's like, oh, that's a damn shame. Like,
Right.
All right. Good night, Art.
like, hey, women, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to egg this on. You know, I'm not about to entertain it.
Right.
But black women nowadays, they'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll laugh and joke with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
what you said was so righteous. Because he's saying a shamefaced woman ain't gonna sit here and let a homosexual walk into the room and sit here and be like, oh, what up, girl? How you doing?
Right.
She gonna be like, man, that's a goddamn shame, man. You supposed to be a righteous man.
Right.
You supposed to be out here looking for another woman, bro. You out here wanting to be a woman.
Right.
They done got the women done got the homosexuals so cool with being homosexuals that they got homosexuals walking around with tights and weave now. They done made it okay for them to walk around with tights on. They done got it out okay for them to walk around with weaves, and the weaves look better than the women weave out here.
Right.
Like, and y'all sitting here saying that that's okay. No, that is an abomination according to what the Bible say.
Right. And Salaki, if I may, the homosexual man hates you, black woman.
Right. He want to be you, but he hates you.
Right. So understand, he wants to be like you, but he has the characteristics of his mother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He's been reared around nothing but women. He hates black women, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is why homosexuals will fight women.
Right.
There is a video that's online now. There was a homosexual that walked into the store, Walmart, where the sister worked, and said, I have your man. That's my man. And arguing with the sister about a man that the sister thought she had, but was sleeping with the sodomite, man. You understand what I'm saying? So these sisters that have homosexual men for their friends, you are doing yourself a disservice because he will quickly turn against you, man. He will quickly talk about your hair. He will quickly talk about your eyelashes. He will quickly talk about your eyebrows, man. You understand what I'm saying? And it's only because the white man has been such a devil in this place, man, that our black men who are created to be men of war, man, have lost their understanding of what it is to be a goddamn man. Go ahead, sis.
When you put it like that, the homosexual, how much he wants to be a black woman, but he hates that black woman, and how that black woman will choose that homosexual as a friend. The black woman thinks that the homosexual man will actually give her some tips on how to better please a man.
Right.
But that homosexual man, he's not gonna do that. He hates you.
That's right.
He wants to take your man.
Damn right. Get that sister hand, man. That's a great understanding, man. She got a mighty strong outer one in this place.
Right. But see, we're gonna get off of that and talk about how we ain't gonna talk about the homosexuals because we know that's an abomination.
That's right.
We're gonna talk about the righteous women. We just got on there and we just said in Ecclesiastes 24 and 14, I mean 26 and 14. Well, it's 26 and 15, Salaki.
No, sir.
that a righteous woman is shamefaced, and her what's the word I'm looking for? Her continence surpasses anything that's just like it's a grace. It's like how I want to say it. It's a gift from the Most High God that she is shamefaced. She is that grace that the Most High God has sent to that man who is a righteous man.
Right.
So go to Proverbs 31 and 10.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies.
So a virtuous woman, what we were just talking about, her price is what? Above rubies? So that's letting you know that that's a priceless gem. You can't put a number on rubies.
Right.
You can't put a number on that.
Right.
That's a priceless gem. That is something that's worth beyond what a person's mind can think about a price on. Right. That's why I said a virtuous woman is like a gift from God. That is a gift from God. Because it's more better than rubies. It's the price of it is like rubies, bro. You can't sit here and put a number on it. Right. But you know what else a virtuous woman knows? Brother, go to Ecclesiastes 36 and 24.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
See, right here, this is for all the women that sit here and don't think that they're better than their man, and they don't understand that when they got a husband and got a man, they became a possession to that man.
Right.
You are that man's. Whatever he says for you to do, you are supposed to do. That man has got you. He not a possession of you. You're a possession of him, according to what the Bible says.
That's right.
Now, if you want to go to according to what the pastor say that the man is possession.
Right. Good night.
But really and truthfully, what does it say right there? That the woman,
he that getteth a wife,
beginneth
a possession.
Keep going.
A help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest.
So, when you get a wife, you gain a possession. And you are supposed to be a ruler over her, a righteous ruler over her. And you are supposed to make sure that she is taken care of. And she is supposed to do what you say do. And she is supposed to make sure that you get peace in your life.
Right.
This will be my last one. Go to Ecclesiastes 37, verse 7. Because for all these women, we got to sit here and let you know. And even for brothers too, you got to beware of the counsel that you get. That's why you got to come into I.S.U.P.K, the home of the truth, and get righteous counsel. Because you got to be aware of it. And the Bible speaks about people beware of the counsel that you get. Go to 37 and 7.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 37, verse 7. Every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that counseleth for himself.
So you got to be aware of that. Because some people give you good counsel, but then you got some people that's counseling for themselves.
Right.
But in the case of women, you got to be aware of the men that's sitting here like the Christian pastors.
Right.
Girl, you ain't got to sit here and deal with that. You go to a whole counselor, you trying to save your marriage as a man, and you go to a counselor, and a counselor just want to hit a woman's side.
Right. Good night.
And agree with everything that the woman says. Oh, well, brother, you wrong. You wrong for that because you shouldn't do this. You should make sure that you bow down to the woman. Whatever the woman says is good. Like the Christian church. The Christian church is notorious for that. Right. Keep reading. Go all the way down to 12 from me.
There is some that counseleth for himself. Verse 8, beware of a counselor and know before what need he hath. See,
when you were looking for counsel, you got to beware of what they want out of this.
Right.
Some counselors will tell you to break up with your husband just so you can go ahead and be their next one. That's what you got to be aware of. You got to be aware of the wickedness of those counselors. Go ahead, keep reading.
For he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon thee.
Keep reading.
Verse 9, and say unto thee, thy way is good. And
Go ahead. So it's saying when you get that counsel, like I said, they'll agree with the women and tell the women that what they say is good and what he saying is wrong. Keep reading.
And afterward he stand on the other side,
Right.
to see what shall befall thee.
So the counselor is gonna sit here and tell you what he thinks in his way, and then he's gonna stand on the other side. Like I said, you gotta watch out for the wicked counsel, especially with the Christian church, because they sitting here and they want your woman.
Right.
So they'll tell your woman to do something and then sit on the other side, be like, girl, you ain't gotta sit here and take that. Go home and talk to your husband and tell your husband what you gonna do and what you're not going to do. And if he got a problem with that, then you leave that man. And then he sit on the other side and he wait to see what happens. See if Sister Jenkins go ahead and listen to him. And then as soon as she leaves her husband, he the first one to slide on up.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 10, consult not with the one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee.
Read, is that all 12?
Verse 10.
Go ahead.
Verse 11, neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous.
So right there, you watch out, because you talking to your homegirls and want to get counsel from your homegirls because you can't just trust anybody. So you're like, well, you know, I can't trust anybody, so I'm gonna go to my homegirl.
Right.
I'm gonna go to Shaniqua down the block. That want you do. She gonna sit there and be like, well, girl, you ain't gotta sit here and deal with him. He telling you to do this, he telling you to do that. Is he paying for the bills?
Right.
He making sure that you get a house and home, but he telling you you better clean and cook.
Right.
Girl, you ain't gotta deal with that.
That's right.
But all along, little Shaniqua down the block, she like, dang, he cook.
Right.
Oh, dang, he pay all the bills.
Right.
He laying down the rod like he's supposed to.
Right.
And you sitting here tripping. Well, you know what, girl, you ain't gotta deal with that. You ain't got to.
Send him my way.
Send him, exactly. She like, send him my way.
Making it easy
I'll sit here.
for the cleanup woman.
You feel me? That's what that song is, a heavy song.
Right, yeah,
the clean up woman.
That's right.
The woman who take all the love care of me. You
Right.
live behind.
Making it easy.
See, right there, that's letting you know that's the cleanup woman that the Bible's talking about.
Right.
Beware of that counsel,
Right.
because that's the cleanup woman.
Right.
Keep reading, brother.
Verse 11, neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war.
See, don't get counsel for a man that don't like your husband. Because he's at war with your husband. He's mad at your husband. So he'll sit here and tell you that homeboy that hate your husband because your husband was a real nigga and he was a fake nigga. Don't get counsel from him neither. Because he just sitting there, he gonna tell you to leave your dude so he can go ahead and be your dude just to get at your husband. Beware of that counsel that you get from them, man.
Right.
Beware of the counsel that you let you have. Be careful who you bring your problems to.
Right.
Be careful of who you let have information of your household. Man, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding general YAHANNA. If you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. And what we brought out tonight is the difference between a wicked woman and a virtuous woman. Women, get away from these heathen nations.
Right.
And become a righteous, virtuous woman in this truth.
Right.
There's only one body, and that's in the I.S.U.P.K. Brother, do you have a security announcements? We're gonna pass the class over to Officer Yeshaya with the security announcements.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out. We are selecting security announcement. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister needs, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashu. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upholy convocations is going to be Passover April the 20th, 14th day of the first month. Again, April 20th at sundown. You can read about it at Exodus chapter 12, verse 17 through 20, and Leviticus chapter 23 through verse 6 through 8. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. These are the security announcements.
And with that, imagine. Sar, which means turn to the east. We're gonna say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, then in English. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahau. Malakaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Asha. Baratazah. Kawah. Hayah. Bashemayim. Nathanawa. Lakam. Ka. Wayam. Wasalakino. Kabawakino. Kasalakino. Kabawakino. Wala'a. Kabiayano. Bansayawan. Above. Waisono. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapara. La'a Wayamyam. Amen.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. The power and glory. Forever. So be it.
Sorry, we need to turn to the front. Middle Margin Shabbat. Margin. Rock. Yabashim Yabsab Rakta. Yazmata. Sorry. Margin Shabbat. Margin. Rock. Yabashimala Tabashim Yabsab. Yazmata. Dismiss.